So today we are making a video on Ultimate Arch Linux. So here is the boot menu. So let me quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a virtual machine which is a VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So I'm going to give you a disclaimer that there will be some misspeaking and mistakes throughout the video because I'm going to keep the video as raw as possible because to give the best content. So you should be seeing every changes throughout the video. So that's the reason there will be some mistakes and misspeaking. So try to ignore all those things. And the booting process will take like a 2 or 3 minutes usually in my laptop. So I'm going to trim that part only, and I'm going to keep the rest of the video as raw as possible. So I'm going to say how much of time it takes after the desktop layout loads. So let's wait until the desktop layout loads. So here is the Ultimate Arch Linux. So it took almost 5 minutes to load up the desktop layout. So it took way too long to boot up. So here is the installer. So in the welcome screen you get the installer. So I close the installation and I'm going to show other things. So let me cancel this one. So here is the welcome screen. File system is not responding. So already we got an issue. So here is the welcome screen of a KDE Plasma. You can click on next to see all the things of Ultimate Arch Linux. So I'm going to close, and it's also not the smooth experience while moving the mouse cursor. So it's bit of hiccups and lag because of CPU usage, because the CPU is consuming almost 100% nearly. So CPU is too much, and the RAM usage is almost 1.33 GB of 8 GB. It's almost 7%, and things keep on opening even I didn't touch anything. So you get the KDE wallet service. So I'm going to close it. So it's consuming a lot of resources, and again we got the Chrome. I didn't even touch anything, it automatically opening everything. So you should wait for 5 minutes to load up the desktop layout because everything will be opening instantly. So it's going to show you the KDE community. So I'm going to close it because we don't want anything. So these are all the process and the CPU. We don't need to show anything, but let me show you the installation. Not the installation, let me open the system installer. So we can see how much of resources it's consuming. So as you can see, it's already too much laggy. So this is the latest release which was found in the distro watch. So I'm going to show everything. First let me show you the system monitor, and I'm going to change the display settings later because we need to see how much of system resources it's consuming. We already have the conk key here, but I'm going to show everything in detail. So let me see. As you can see, it's consuming a lot of resources again because of the CPU. There is a lot of delay in the opening of applications. So maybe VirtualBox should be working properly, but VMware is taking a lot of time. I don't know because of the Linux distro or maybe because from the VMware. VMware was working properly, but the CPU, as you can see, it's consuming a lot of resources here. So I have i5 CPU which is 1240p. So it's the latest generation CPU, and you're still getting this type of experience. So it's 1.5 GB, and these are all the information. The host name is Ultimate, operating system Ultimate Arch Edge. KDE Plasma version is 6.1.3. So I don't know, something is wrong with this 6. Version. I tried the Nobara Linux which was 6.1. It has also consuming a lot of resources. I don't know it's because of the Plasma version or maybe something else, because I can't exactly say what is the reason. But whenever I'm trying the KDE Plasma version, which will be 6.1 or like a 6.0 point something, there is the issue with the CPU resource. I don't know what it is, but I'm facing this issue. Every KDE Plasma version has this issue of this version, which is a 6 plus version. But when I tried the Novara GNOME version, it was not like this. I don't know what. We need to find it on our own. Let's check the about KDE. So here is the about KDE, and let's check the about system monitor. So here is the version. Let me make it bigger so you can see all the changes. So these are all the applications, and let's go to the applications. So again, it will take some time here. So this is the applications consuming memory. Let's go to the history, and here you can see there is no stable graph. It's only on the high peak. So the graph is almost completely 100%. 100% is stable. So it's almost touching 100%, and it's coming down until like 70-80%. So if you want to try it, you can try it in the virtual machine. If you tried it, do let me know in the comment section. It will help others too, because it's consuming a lot of CPU resources for some reason. I tried in the VMware and the VirtualBox. There is same issue. The RAM is almost like every other KDE Plasma version, but the CPU has the only issue. So CPU consumption is the issue of KDE Plasma 6.1, like that version. So other version of KDE Plasma is working smooth without any issues, but that versions are consuming a lot of CPU, and the RAM is almost normal. So there is no issue in the RAM, but the CPU is only the issue in the KDE Plasma 6.1 version. So I'm going to keep it on the overview, and I'm going to put the system monitor in the right side corner so you can see all the changes. So let's first change the display settings, display configuration. So we need to wait for a few seconds here again, and we should be changing our display. So even the display settings is taking a lot of time, so it's going to make a lengthy video. So I'm not going to speed up or do anything. I'm going to keep the video raw as possible. So my monitor is 1920x1080. Let me keep it like that. Keep this configuration. Let's close it. Let's put the system monitor in the right side corner. So there is a cool animation, which is like a jelly animation when you move the application. So that's pretty good, but it's not pretty stable in the CPU. So that's an issue. We need to handle that and try to make the video like that. I'm going to keep the system monitor in the right side corner. So let's open the internet browser. So before that, let's see what are the applications we get in the Ultimate Arch Linux. So these are all the pre-installed applications. As you can see, I can't even move because of the CPU consumption. So these are all the applications which you get from some are from the KDE Plasma desktop environment, and some are from the Ultimate Arch Linux. So even moving the mouse cursor is very much so laggy, as you can see. Let me open Ultimate Arch Linux. Keep an eye on the system resources throughout the video. And the version of the Ultimate Arch Linux is 2024.07. So the ISO file was released a few hours ago. You already know about my channel. As soon as the ISO files are released or the new Linux is available in the market, I'm going to be making that content. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe, because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So let me open the internet browser. So let me close it. Let's wait until the browser opens. So I think the version should be like a 124, I guess, of the Chromium browser. So let's try to make it bigger, and let's check the version. It says reinstall Chrome. Let's check the version about the Google Chrome. So we should be getting 115.0. So it's a developer Chrome browser, or the developer version or developer edition. Let's try to move the mouse cursor, and let's make it bigger so you can see properly everything. So I'm going to open the website, which is Ultimate Arch Linux. Let me type in the search term, Ultimate Arch Linux. I think this is the edition, or this is the URL. I downloaded it from the source codes. So it's going to take us to the source forge when we click on the downloads, I guess. So here is the information. When you click on the downloads, let me show you that there is a major lag because of the CPU. Keep an eye on the CPU. It's almost 100%. Let me take you to the first download section and let me get some other information. It's a donation. Let's go with the downloads. Ultimate Arch Linux. So I'm going to open another tab and I'm going to open the SourceForge website. SourceForge, let me type in and hit enter. Let's open the SourceForge website. So for the information, you need to go to the official website and get all the information. And for the downloads, you can directly go with the SourceForge website and click on the downloads if you want. So it's taking a few seconds here because it's going to verify. And also I'm using a VPN. So usually when I open these things in the my main operating system, it will be no issue. But when we try it on the virtual machines or from the Linux distros, I don't know why it takes a bit of time to verify all those things. So it's still verifying human. Let me check this button and verification successful. And we should be typing our search term, which is Ultimate. So here we have Ultimate Edition, or you can call it as the Ultimate Arch Linux. So here is some of the information, which is Ubuntu Ultimate Edition. Here are files, and here is the ISO file, which is Ultimate Arch Edge 2024.07.21. So it's a July 21st edition or the 21st version of July, and the ISO file is 6.1 GB. When you click on downloads, it's going to be like a 5.7 GB. So it's going to take like a 5 seconds to start the downloads. Relaunch to update. So the Chrome browser is trying to update. I'm not going to update that. I'm going to keep the default things. So we should be seeing our downloads here. Let me show you the downloads. So again, because of the CPU lag, it's taking a lot of time. Here is the ISO file, which is 5.7 GB. Ultimate Arch Edge 2024. I'm going to close the download. Let me close the SourceForge website also. Here is some of the information. If you want, you can get all the information from the official websites. So you get all the information, screenshots and all those things, the downloads. So let me go back. Let me click back button. Ultimate Arch. When you click on home, here is all the information. So let me open the another tab. Let me again go to the SourceForge and let's see if we have any link or the official website in the SourceForge website of Ultimate Arch Linux. And because of the lag, we can't even open properly. History. So it's very laggy when we open the browser or when we open any of the application. Because of the CPU, it's not even smooth experience. It's too much lag. Let me go to the summary. Let's see we have any official link in the SourceForge. Let me scroll it down. And there will be like a website, Ultimate Edition website. Let me click on the Ultimate Edition website. So you should be seeing the websites when you go with the downloads in the SourceForge. And here is the same link or the same URL which I already opened here. So you can directly type in like that with the system, or you can go with the SourceForge website and you can click the download or the official link there. So here are some of the information. If you want to get, you can get it here. File name, here is the version, and here are some of the information. You can click on top and get all the information. Here is some of the information. Caution for the production system, future plans, gamers edition. So just read everything on your own, like an installation on high performance hardware. Here is the information. Let me close the browser because we got almost everything there. So let's try to open the terminal, which is Terminator. It's 1.9 GB and almost 100% of CPU. So let's try to type in some commands. So it automatically gives some information here of the CPU and the memory, as you can see here. Let me type in some commands. INXI. I hope you can see all those things. So let's see what we get here in the utilities. We get any other terminals. We don't have anything. So I'm going to keep like this. So here is some of the information. When you highlight this, you can properly see. So the CPU, my kernel, you get the kernel 6.9.10 and storage is almost 60 GB, which I already mentioned in the beginning, and uptime is almost 19 minutes because it's too much laggy and it's taking a lot of time to open the applications or maybe even the moving applications. It's almost 19 minutes, so I think the video should be way lengthy. Usually my videos will be like a 15 to 20 minutes, but because of these things, I think the video will be like a 24 to 25 minutes maybe. Let's try to type in all the commands and get all the information. INXI -small b. So just pause the video and read everything on your own. The version of the KD Plasma is here and the distro is Ultimate Arch Edge. And here is my CPU information. It's going to type all the commands. So here is all the information like a OpenGL version, VMware. Just pause the video and read everything because I don't want to make video lengthy. INXI -G. You should be getting some information here again. Let's wait. So here is the information. Let me type in INXI -F and hit enter. So you'll be getting all the information here like a CPU, Bluetooth, graphics, audio, everything like a partitions, vulnerabilities and all those things. Here is the display resolution, available monitor settings and all those things. Let me type in cat /etc/issue. Here is the information. Let's try the NeoFetch. Let's type in NeoFetch. So here is the NeoFetch. Let me type in INXI -SV8. So we should be getting complete distro information. So just pause the video and read everything. All the distro information is completely available right in front of you. So it is taking a bit of time to load some information. So we need to wait for like a 2-3 seconds and we should be good with all the information. So it's still grabbing all the information like a repositories, partitions, process, INXI version. So we got all the information right here. Just pause the video and get all the information. You should be seeing all the changes from previous version and from the latest version. So I think we pretty much got all the information from the commands. So we need to close the command and let's go with the installation now. So you got all the information here. Let me close the terminal. Let's see we have any installer here available. So these are all the applications you get. Here is the Arch Linux tool. So let me find the installation or the installer. We almost got the installer in the beginning. So here is the installer. Here is the command line installer. Let's go with the GUI. So you should be getting the Calamares installer because almost every Linux distro will be having a Calamares installer. So let's check the version. So you get the 3.3.7 and dirty for ultimate. So here is the language selection. So if you don't know the installation, you just need to watch other tutorials, and you should be getting the installation process. So first choose your language, click on next, choose your location. You can choose the drop down menu or the map. Here are some customization, which is the system language will be set to Australian English. I'm going to keep it like that. The numbers and date locales will be set to American English, United States. If you want to customize, you can customize, or else you can just click on next. Here is the keyboard. Choose whatever keyboard you want. Here is the language. If you choose the Australia, you can get the default one. When you go with the United States, you get the lot of variants here. If you want to test your keyboard, you can test your keyboard here, or you can switch the keyboard. After choosing all those things, click on next. You should be seeing erase disk and manual partitioning. You shouldn't be seeing a replace partition. So first you need to choose your hard disk. If you have a multiple hard disk, you need to choose one. So when you're trying this type of Linux distro, which is Ultimate Edition Arch Linux, go with the virtual disk first. If you're satisfied, then go with the installation on your main PC or work PC if you want to. So get all the information from the website and get all the information from the Google and other sources, and try to get all the information. And if you're satisfied, then go with the installation. Don't just watch my video and then just go with the installation. You need to get all the information on your own and try to install. So basically erase disk is like it's going to delete the current operating system or erase the current files, data, whatever it's available in that specific hard disk. It's going to erase everything, and it's going to install the Ultimate Edition Arch Linux on that specific disk. Here are some options. And when we go with the manual partitioning, you need to first create a partition, and you can install the Ultimate Arch Edition on that partition. And you should be getting two operating system, which is the current operating system and the manual partitioning. And this will be the created partition will be installed of Ultimate Edition Arch Linux on that one. And in the boot menu, you should be getting two operating systems. So in this case, it's better to go with the virtual disk, and the virtual disk can be deleted and created will be created again. So always go with the virtual machines and then go with the installation if you're satisfied. Or else if you can't run the virtual machines, you can go with the live boot first, and after you're satisfied, go with the installation. So that's the option you can get in the installation. But when you don't know how to install the Linux distro on the virtual disk or a hard disk, so you need to watch tutorials of 5 to 6 or maybe 4 or 5 videos of installation of Linux in the hard disk or a virtual disk. If you need to watch like a short videos, because I already made a lot of videos on installation on the hard disk or a virtual disk in my channel, but I have like a 3000 videos of every Linux distro. It's pretty much very hard to point out in which distro I installed the hard disk on the hard disk or a virtual disk. And my videos will be also a bit of lengthy, because it will be like a 20-25 minutes lengthy, because I'll be covering everything. So that's the reason it's better to watch like a 4 to 5 videos of different videos in the YouTube. People who will make like a short videos, it's better to watch like a short videos, because you don't want to get bored watching 20 plus 25 minutes of installation and all those things. So that was the installation. And you can have the encrypt system here. If you want, you need to provide both the boxes with the same password, and the encryption will be created. And the bootloader location, you will be getting the master boot record of a VMware or whatever the specific hard disk you choose, and system partitions, and do not install a bootloader. If you want to choose this option, you can create a bootloader location afterwards after installing. So you need to watch the tutorials of installation before trying to do something like an installation. If you don't know, if you're a new user, it's better to watch like a 4 to 5 videos of installation. So after clicking on next, you should be seeing the user account creation. You need to provide the full name here. It doesn't need to be provided the actual name. You can provide anything you want. For example, I'm going to give the name 9to5 Linux. And what name do you want to use to log in? You can't provide the numericals here first. As you can see, when you type numbers, it will say your username must start with the lowercase letter or underscore. So I'm going to give the some random name like our unboxing. And what is the name of this computer? I'm going to keep the 9 to 5 Linux. Choose a password to keep your account safe. I'm going to choose a simple password. And you should be seeing all the tick marks right beside the boxes. If everything is going good, you should be seeing a tick mark, or else you should be seeing a wrong symbol or into mark. Log in automatically without asking for the password. If you want to check in, you can check in. And use the same password for the administrator account. You can check this or uncheck this. If you uncheck this, you need to provide other password which shouldn't be same as this one. If you want the same password, just check this button and you should be good. After clicking on next, here are all the summary of whatever you chose in the previous installation steps. As you can see, if everything is good, you just need to click on install. If anything is wrong, just go back and fix all those things. So when you click on install, it's going to take like a 20-25 minutes, more or less, depends on the PC. If you have like a high-end PC, it should be very quick. If you have like a low-end PC, it should be more than that much of time. So you should be installed with the Ultimate Edition Arch Linux. So if it's the stable ISO file, it's going to be work done properly. And if it's a beta version or the development edition ISO file, sometimes the installation going to be failed because of the beta version, development version. You already know that versions of ISO files will be containing some bugs. It will be rare, but most of the cases everything will be good, but some cases the installation may fail in the beta version or development version. So that's the reason always test the stable version. So I'm going to close the installation because I need to make another video. So we pretty much covered everything, and everything is same as the KDE Plasma desktop environment. We don't see any changes here, just the icons are changed. Everything is same, just some icons are changed. And I think we pretty much covered everything, I guess. Let's go to system settings and see some settings there. So usually it should be completely same, there should be nothing different. So again, as you can see, these are all the settings which you see in the KDE Plasma, and just some icons and some themes are changed. Other than that, there is nothing changed here. Everything is pretty much same. And if you want to change the wallpaper, there should be some wallpapers added because the default wallpaper is different from the KDE Plasma. So you should be seeing some different wallpapers here. So my main or the, in my point of view, it's consuming a lot of resources. So I don't know how it works on your PC, and I have like a latest version 3 hardware, and I still am getting a lot of issues by moving the applications, and it's consuming a lot of CPU. So that's a problem with this type of Linux distros. And if you try it, do let me know in the comment section, so it will help others too whether to use this Linux distro or not. So you just get a single wallpaper from the Linux distro, and other are from the KDE Plasma desktop environment. So let's see the colors and themes. So again, everything is same, nothing is changed here. And when you go with the default applications, here are all those things. And if you want Wi-Fi and internet, here is the Wi-Fi and internet. It's taking a bit of time to load. And display and monitor, same things. Touch screen, here is the touch screen. Here are the gestures, the keyboard, here is the keyboard, and mouse and touchpad. Here is mouse and touchpad. So let me close it. So let's see applications, all the applications. Let me open the Arch Linux tweak tool. So I'm going to open some applications to see whether this distro will handle day-to-day tasks, or we get any pop-ups like errors or not responding, or maybe some bugs. Let's try to find some bugs and some issues. If you don't get anything, so you can try it. If you find any issues or any bugs in this video, try to test it in the virtual machine, or else you can just skip this Linux distro. It's clearly up to you to judge whether to use it or not. I'm trying to open some a bit of resource consuming applications. So it's already consuming 100% of CPU. So I don't know what to say, whether to recommend this or not, because in my PC it's consuming this much of resources. RAM is almost pretty same in every KD Plasma version. I don't have any issue with the RAM, but the CPU is consuming a lot of resources. So that's the issue with this point view. KD Plasma 6.1 version is consuming a lot of resources in the CPU, and also it doesn't allow me to open some applications because of the lag. So I already showed the pre-installed applications which comes with the Ultimate Edition Arch Linux. So we don't have any much of Arch, not the Arch, a bit of resource consuming applications, so we can make a stress test. So let me open applications. So you get the basic applications which can be used for recording and for photo editing. They added some photo editing apps and some recording apps for content creators. So that's good. You don't get any bloatware or anything like that. So that good work. But the applications are taking a lot of time because of the CPU resources. And just for some application opening, it's taking a lot of time. So I don't know how it performs on the 2 GB RAM and with a low end PC. If you have like a 2 GB of RAM and like a CPU of a dual core Pentium or some 4th gen 5th gen Linux hardwares, so it's going to be way laggy and it's going to be a bit of issues there. I don't know how it performs on that type of hardware, but I have the latest CPU and the hardware, and I'm still facing the issues in the CPU. So it's clearly up to you to judge whether to use it or not. So just by opening the applications, just open like a 4 or 5 applications. Let's try to switch the applications. When switching the applications, there is no lag. But when the applications are trying to open, it is taking a lot of time to open applications, minimum of like a 40 to 50 seconds. So everything is right in front of you. I'm not going to trim or I'm not going to edit anything. So that's the reason I already mentioned in the beginning. You should be getting all the information properly. So that's the reason I'm going to keep the video raw as possible. Even it's a lengthy video, I'm going to give you the best content. So that's the reason. You should be seeing all the changes throughout the video. So this is the issue. The Arch Linux tweak tool stopped and the CPU is 100%, and the applications are opening a bit of late. And but the good thing is you can switch the application instantly. So there is no lag in the switching the applications. So that's the good thing. To run this type of Linux distro, you need to have almost latest hardwares. At least you need to have a good RAM, a good CPU to run this type of Linux distro. So the good advice from me is like it's a 2024. You need to have at least 4 GB of RAM, and CPU you need to have like a 6th generation i3 or i5. You should be good running almost 70 to 80% of Linux distros. So this is the issue. I already said my final thoughts and I already showed everything. So I'm going to end the video here. Let me first check the application information, and it's not allowing me to do that. The version you get of OBS Studio is 30.1.2. Let me close the OBS Studios, and as you can see, I can't even close the application. And the GIMP, it is taking a bit of delay. Let's check the version. Can't even show you because of this Arch Linux tool. Let me close it. Let's try to move the auto configuration wizard. Let me cancel it. Let me close the OBS. Let's see the discover. It's loading. So this is consuming a lot of resource. I'm going to end this video because it's taking a lot of time. It's a waste of time to even make a video on this. So that is my point of view, and that was my experience with this Linux distro. So if you want to try it in the virtual machine, and do let me know in the comment section and tell me your thoughts. So at the end of the video, these are all the resources and these are all the applications running. As you can see, let me close the quit application. So here are some of the information, which is Arch Linux tool, fixes, group, login, mirrors. So it's too much laggy even to switch some things. So the animation is good, and this jelly thing while moving the applications is good, but the resources are consuming a lot. So let me quit application. So here is the history. Throughout the video, CPU was not almost stable, and it was consuming a lot of resources. It was going down to 30%, but it was not pretty much stable. So the stable numbers were like a 80 to 100% of a CPU consumption, and RAM was pretty much good. So these are some basic RAM usage, so I can't say anything wrong here, but the CPU was the only issue. Because of the CPU, we can't do any work. So that was the system resources. I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to make another video. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Peace out.